Hello there, and welcome to Pink Milk, your Star Wars podcast for us superfans.
And those of us who are forced to listen to them.
Today is someday, and someday that Qi'ra Mundi is a liar, Thomas.
Exactly.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Let's get into this thing and drink up.
Drink up.
Hello there. Pop up.
Hello there.
How are you?
I am well. How are you?
I'm great, thank you. It's been a week. I haven't seen you all week. You know, I like to try to keep up the pretending that we only see each other.
Mm-hmm. Well, I live in the other wing.
Oh my God, can you imagine? I can't imagine these couples that don't see each other, like someone works away or whatever. Now we're both WFHers, which I feel like I say every week because, yes, everyone, after 20 plus years in the workforce, finally working for myself at home, it's very different.
It is very different.
17 years of my husband having a house to himself that no longer exists, got to be very different.
And my working from home is like 28 years, so it's been... Well, it's been a full house.
You know,
every one of your people showed up. Every personality.
A lot of you have been listening for a long time. Thank you to all the new people who are listening to us over on Acolyte at YouTube because we're getting a lot of listeners.
Thank you.
So those of you that do not know us, my name is Brian. With me, as always, is my better half and your better host, Thomas.
Hello, hello, hello.
We just mentioned work from homing. You've been work from homing for 28 years. I was doing a little analytics research on our podcast. Mm-hmm. We are now literally in the course of 2 weeks, we've gone from Apple Podcasts being our number one spot to Spotify now being our number one spot by 40%. So I don't know,
awesome.
What happened.
Sorry,
you. Apple. However, the median age of our listener is like 24 to like 32. So you have been work from homing almost as long as our listeners have been alive.
Well, thank you. I'm going to focus on the gratitude and less on the slight slam there from my husband.
No, I'm curious, listeners, if you are of that like 28 age range, like, why do you listen to these two old queens? What is it that we bring you that...
Sorry, it was verbal.
Anyways, I just find it very interesting. I love it. I'm very happy. I am always inspired by the younger generation, and it's great.
Absolutely.
It is great. What do you say, Thomas?
I say let's get into it.
Do you want to get into this episode of The Acolyte? Because
it was good.
It was real good.
Real good.
All right. Before we really get into the show too much, I want to talk about runtimes.
Okay.
Because one of the complaints of this episode was that it was short, which I think you probably liked.
I did. Which is funny because last week's, I think, was 37. And I'm like, yeah. And then this week is 34. And I'm like, yay.
Yeah.
I guess I found my sweet spot.
I love that this digital era is kind of like no rules, right? It's like the Wild West out here. Okay, but like when you look to like network television shows, you either have like 30-minute sitcoms or like hour-long dramas, right? Mm-hmm. Hour-long dramas basically equate to 44 minutes of television sans commercials. Sitcoms are like 22 minutes sans commercials, basically. Yes?
That sounds about right.
Okay, yeah. But you kind of knew what you were getting into. So this show, so far, The Acolyte, is a mystery. My favorite live-action television show of all time is Lost. I love Lost. It was also a mystery. Mm-hmm. Much of which was resolved. Some of it wasn't. The fact that it wasn't, I love that was kind of written into and baked into the show itself. So it all kind of worked, right? I just love that show so much. But you knew what you were getting. You were going to sit there for 45 minutes. So you could prepare yourself for an hour. And I do feel like I don't know what to be prepared for every time I turn on a Disney Plus show.
It's true.
And I might maybe where I thought there was a lot of freedom in the Wild West, I'm starting to feel like maybe I'm a Jedi and I need a little bit of structure. And maybe it would be nice if these shows had a set runtime.
Well, I definitely like the structure. I'd like to know when it was, this way I can do some planning.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. But even as a storyteller, I feel like almost like that would help with pacing. So anyways, curious about all that. I wonder what people think listening about the timeless.
Let us know your thoughts.
Yeah. Email us at pinkmilk@deathxrobot.com. Okay. Before we get into the episode, Thomas, we're gonna do something a little different that we haven't really done before. With this show.
Okay.
It's so easy to get off topic. It's going to happen. But I want to be able to try to have some sort of structure to the show. So these are the 3 things that I'm most excited this episode brought. And I feel like we touch base on all these in lots of different areas. So we're going to kind of always try to go back to one of these 3 questions as we're talking about this episode. Sound good?
Sounds good.
Okay. Ocean May, their relationship. I love that this is really kind of a study on siblings, on relationships, and that relationships can bring out both the good and the bad in people. And it can bring out the bad, but then bring back the good and all those kinds of things. Especially in this episode, we kind of see a lot of the good in May returning, right?
Mm-hmm.
Also, you know me, the Jedi. I love the Jedi. I love to question the Jedi. I know a lot of people that listen think I hate the Jedi. That is not the thing. It's a very complicated relationship I have with the Jedi, much like a lot of gay people with church. And that is kind of how I feel. So the Jedi, are back to their good old tricks of distorting the truth and leaving out information to help their own narrative. Then we also have some very interesting things about life, death, survival discussed in this that I find very interesting. And finally, the greatest of them all, who and what is that Pac-Man ghost floating down from the forest? So good.
He does look like Pac-Man.
So good.
The little, yeah, those are
nom, 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 nom. Yeah, yeah, I think it was on Screen Crush, a video where they believe that the Sith Lord and his little floaty float down is a kind of a callback to Alien, that even the helmet looks a little bit like a xenomorph, and that the float down is very reminiscent of the first time we see a xenomorph in the first Alien movie, which is true. And I did just watch that movie like a week or 2 ago.
But it's ultimately a takeoff of Darth Vader's mask.
It is. Yeah. It is.
To me, anyway.
Also, I disagree that it's a reference to the xenomorph coming down, even though that was a very homoerotic movie, and everything about the xenomorph is from the mind of a very erotic artist. So maybe I just think it was the gayest thing I've ever seen in a Star Wars. It was such boss bitch level float down. It was very sassy. It was like a queen levitating down. It was like Cher coming down from the stage, or Madonna, or a drag queen coming down if they had the budget to have bees suspended and brought down from the ceiling. That's what it felt like to me. And it's great. All right. You ready to get into the episode itself, Thomas?
I'm ready to do it.
We open with Kelnaka. Hope you watched it, because that's all you're going to see from him.
Yeah.
a lot of lead up for a Jedi Wookiee, and so far he was sitting down.
He was filleted.
And then, yep. Filleted. Okay, so the real show starts after the Acolyte, and we are in Jedi briefing room with the council, and they are discussing who is training May. And this is where Jedi shadiness starts. First of all, everyone, Tom, you probably don't know this, but a conspiracy was exposed, and Star Wars fans, in quotes, are big mad about it.
Okay.
Mundi, who is the big penis-shaped alien, penis head alien.
Okay.
Which I'm surprised that some of the fans, again, in quotes, who are mad that there isn't enough masculinity in this show, are mad at the one character that literally looks like a penis on stage. Big uncut penis just sitting there having a conversation. Anyways, Thomas, he is not supposed to be alive.
Okay.
He should not be there. And Leslie Headland, Star Wars, Disney, they are ruining Star Wars because they do not care that you're supposed to be dead.
Is that the name of the character?
Mundi.
No, that character that we saw, it's really...
Yes, because it says point blank in the credits.
Okay. Is it possible that he's one of those people that can live a long time?
Well, no, it is.
Okay.
They can live for hundreds of years.
Okay.
But in reference books and a CD-ROM back in the late 90s, it said that he was not alive yet. He was born 93 BBY. The show takes place 100 to 130 years BBY. So I don't know what Disney's doing, ruining everything.
We gotcha, Disney.
I'm over here thinking to myself, Mundi just used a Jedi mind trick and is like, no, I am covering up everything that happened on Brendok, and I'm going to go down with a lie, just like Donald Trump. If I tell you it's not true over and over and over, eventually you believe me.
Well, so a lot of people do.
QAnon people, who are also known as those Star Wars fans, I think they're falling for it. Mundi is the Donald Trump of Star Wars.
Oh, okay. I didn't recognize the orange.
Well, they don't have that kind of light. They don't have suntan booths in space, I don't think.
God.
Anyways, look, let me just... Now, in fairness, I am not the biggest canon junkie. I don't care as much. I want a good story. But these people that are so big mad about everything is so ridiculous. People are mad about lightsabers because there's too many people with yellow lightsabers and they shouldn't be there and this and that. I'm like, oh my God. Lore is written out of story. It is not like George Lucas was going to spend 40 years writing lore for a 40-year-long legacy of a franchise to have every single answer, every single question already answered. And here's the lore. This is every kind of lightsaber color you're ever going to see. This is every alien character you're going to meet. Lore and information for your resource guides comes out of story. Story first. Mm-hmm. Maybe Mundi. Maybe we're going to find out he needed to be there for a very specific reason. Maybe Mundi has been lying with his penis head the whole time. Maybe he's actually the Sith Lord. And it has been this big ruse, and he's got like a headpiece on that his head isn't really that big. It's just a normal round shaped head. And he's the Sith Lord. Huh. And so when he tells Yoda the Sith have been heard of for over 1,000 years or whatever the line was from, whatever, he's pulling the wool over.
So is he good or bad?
He's a good guy.
Oh, okay.
He dies. In Order 66, we see him die, and his big moment is the Sith have been extinct for over a century or over 1,000 years or something like that in the Phantom Menace. That's it. I think he was played by oh God, I'm blanking on his name, the sound dude, not Ben Burr, but the new sound guy, Matt something or other. Yep. Anyways, it's been the big dilemma of the week. New Star Wars episode of The Acolyte, and the Twitters and the social media's got to fall apart.
Well, thank God for social media.
I'm still figuring out how I'm going to interact with it, y'all. I'm still figuring it out. Okay, so who cares about that? Mm-hmm. Whatever. This is the interesting stuff. They are all sitting there. They knew these 4 Jedi, being Indara, Kelnaka, Sol, and Torben, were all stationed on Brendok. And we know that May is going after those 4 people who are stationed there. The council does not know, or doesn't appear as of now, that they know that everyone died there and there's a big fire and something happened. So why are the Jedi, why is Vernestra Rowe and Sol keeping that from the council? Like, it's very shady.
Because they seem awfully mad over at the 4 Jedi, or May does, awfully mad at the 4 Jedi for a fire she started. So... I don't know.
I mean, I'm
waiting for the pieces to come together.
Yeah, like, we don't have the whole story.
No.
Like, something happened. The Jedi did something. I'm going to guess it was unintentional, whatever they did, because the Jedi are not villains.
Yeah, because Torkin said...
Torben. He's not Torkin.
Oh, Torben's no longer Torkin because he opted out and took the green juice.
If the actor who played Torben was actually Miley Cyrus, it would be Jedi Torkin.
Oh, for sure.
I think that's hilarious. Yeah, so like, what did they do? Like, I love that we still don't know. Like, I feel like we don't know for so long that something big has to be revealed.
Well, we think, they were on their way out, meaning Sol.
Okay.
He was on his way out and he saw all the Jedi dead. I'm sorry, all the witches dead. They were all just laying on the ground because even Osha made reference to mother, whatever. And
Mother Anastasia?
Yes, that's it. So it seemed we didn't see any smoke. We didn't see any fire. So it was in the background, but it wasn't there. So it just didn't make sense. I know we chatted about that. So hopefully we'll have I feel that there's some correlation there. I
wonder if this is my where my head's at right now. That there was something going on. The Jedi weren't letting the witches leave, and their action in not letting them escape played into all of them dying. Maybe. Because, like, the Jedi aren't bad. But I will say, so we also have a scene here with the Padawans, and we see Jackie doing their little lightsaber training. And that master, he's teaching defensive stuff. Like, stand, do things without attacking. And this story keeps talking about the Jedi are not allowed to attack. That's like the first thing we hear one of the first things we hear May say. The first thing is like, fight me, right? And that, I think that might have been the very opening line of this. And then she calls out Indara when she finally ignites her saber, and she's like, you must be ready to kill me, because you don't ignite a lightsaber unless you're ready to kill or whatever. So they're like, this Jedi in this time frame are very reluctant to open their Jedi, or that's what they're supposed to do. But we keep seeing the Jedi like igniting their lightsabers a lot. So that's making me wonder also on Brendok, did they ignite too quickly and really broke some rules?
Well, I mean, it appeared as if though it was matter of life or death, because the master, what are we going to call him at this moment? We know nothing.
No, not there. Brendok, back in the witches.
Oh,
in the past, 16 years ago.
Oh, okay.
How did they all die? Like, did the Jedi ignite their lightsabers too much? Did they go on the offensive, so they're feeling really, really bad because they were supposed to be defensive and they went offensive? Like, what went down? Like, I feel like, because the storytellers are telling us too much about how they're supposed to be defense only.
I don't know.
You know? So, I don't know. Also, I think it's funny, I forget her name, the actor who plays Jackie, who's the blonde, mullet hair Padawan.
Okay.
She played that character to have a crush on Osha.
I felt a little something when I was watching it today.
Yep. Yeah. It wasn't on the page.
Okay.
But that's how she's quite infatuated with her and has a little bit of a crush on her.
Oh.
It's like,
Okay.
Boom.
Well, that's
Slay.
good.
I love it. Gay everywhere in Star Wars. I'm here for that.
Gay.
Can we jump ahead for a minute though? So we're on Kofar.
Of course.
And I want to talk about what Jackie says, and then we'll move from the Jedi to Qimir and May. They're wandering around the forest, following the cute, adorable character Bazil. I am in love with him. Thank God they did not have him speak basic. I am so happy, because there's way too much English being spoken in Disney Star Wars. Not enough not speaking basic. So I'm very happy for that. They're walking through the forest. Everyone's afraid of this forest for some reason. And we open up like a little like potato bug. That's a roly-poly looking thing on the tree. Sol kills it. Osha's upset because she's been feeling the Force, probably because she's with all those Jedi again. Maybe it's her connection to Sol. Maybe it's her finding peace that May is alive. Something is opening is allowing her to open herself back up to the Force. So she feels very sad that she woke up this bug, and because she woke it up, Sol killed it. And then Jackie says this, it's really an honor to see everything return to the Force. Like, again, I know this has been
drank the Kool-Aid
100%. Like, I know this has been a lot of our conversations over the Acolyte, and you're probably tired of it, but I don't care.
Sorry.
But I find it interesting. Like, to me, again, I'm not religious. This idea of heaven is there, and I feel like it makes it easier to experience things. But like, I don't understand when people are like, okay, like Jesus took the wheel when like bad things happen. I
was Carrie Underwood.
But like, the Force, I guess returning to Force is like going to heaven. And so it's the Jedi's ability to remove themselves from attachment that they can celebrate that. Because Yoda also says it to Anakin when Anakin's having nightmares that Padme's going to die in The Revenge of the Sith. And he's like, no, it's rejoice in things returning to the Force. It's very, how do you like, I'm just curious about the idea of heaven.
Well, it just, that's where God is, number one. And anyone who's gone before you, and this is in the Catholic Church, this is what we believe, and anybody who's gone before you, but it also gives you a little bit of peace. In one sense, you know that you're not alone. And
Okay.
number two, you know that you'll be reunited again with people who've gone before you. And number three, it's just, it's a place to be respectful and honor and call on if you need.
Like, does it bring you peace?
It does me.
As
yes.
you like, yeah, like, because again, like, look, and maybe my view of how things are really stems from 100% Star Wars. Like, to me, matter cannot be created nor destroyed. So when we die, we literally just become one with everything, and you don't ever go anywhere. And I find a lot of beauty in that. But I don't know if it makes it more comfortable when people pass. Like, I don't know if I find comfort in that same way that I think the idea of heaven gives people.
Well, I think you should give it time. And one day when it actually happens to you, you might find comfort in it.
Maybe.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean, I hope
you
so.
haven't actually had anybody immediate.
Nobody that
my mom.
Nobody that I
mean, friends and things like that were shocking.
Yeah.
But,
I mean, in all honesty, like I have a very large, maybe it's healthy, maybe it's not healthy, I don't know, buffers. I keep things at a very distance, except for when you're not at a distance, you're all the way in. So that's, here nor there. That's my own, my own emotional state. Yeah. But then I feel like Jackie then follows this very off-putting, at least what I consider to be off-putting statement with something very beautiful. And she says that, because I don't remember what Osha says to her, but Jackie responds with like, we're not defined by what we lost. We're defined by what we survive. And Osha, you've survived a lot. Now that I feel you can arrive to by being like pulled back and look at the greater picture. And I find that to be a very beautiful thing. And that is like another way of saying we're not victims, we're survivors. And it was very beautiful, actually.
I agree 100%. That was a beautiful statement. And it puts things in perspective.
Yeah. Like, I feel like someone saying that to Osha in that moment probably was a very, very powerful thing. But like, those are one of those life-changing sound bites that we all have in our life that like literally shifts us forever, So it was great. Excuse the interruption. Someone very important has entered the building. Michael has entered the building, and Michael's minute has begun. Hello, Michael.
Hi.
How are you?
I live in the building.
You live in the building where you entered this room, this building, the warehouse, the studio, the everything.
It's everything by this point.
It really is. How are you?
Hi.
Someone just sent us a message saying how amazing you are and that they love Michael's minute.
I knew it. I didn't actually know it, but I was thinking that.
You were like, oh, you know how good you are?
I'm fabulous.
Okay, Michael, for Michael's minute today, what are we going to discuss? What's on your mind? What do you need to share with everyone listening?
I hope that just Mandalorians come to the Acolyte.
Oh, you want to see some Mandalorians in the old Acolyte? Okay.
Because we did hear in the Old Republic, in the Clone Wars, and a bunch of movies, the Jedi and the Mandalorians went through a war.
Yes, that was how, what was his name? Tarvisla? Who was the, who?
Tarvisla made the darksaber. And once he passed, they kept it in, and Tarvisla's ancestors broke into the Jedi Temple and
took it, right?
And that's how the war began.
Yes, sounds like a war is going on outside with the doggies. I would love to see that. I love that you know all about the Darksaber, and I think it's great. And I am here for the Mandalorians in the Acolyte, or maybe just a show about that. That would be very cool. I want to see. Wouldn't it be amazing to see like Tarvisla wield the Darksaber? Like, we haven't seen anyone really own the Darksaber.
We've seen some people wield it.
Yeah. All right, Michael, anything else? Or Mandalorians and the Acolyte, please.
I hope there's a battle.
Mm-hmm.
I hope that the Mandalorians just help the Sith dude.
Oh, you want the Mandalorians to help the Sith dude? Okay, that would be pretty cool. All right. Well, we're going to keep watching and we're going to find out.
Yes, we are.
All right. Michael out.
Bye-bye.
All right. We're all on Kofar together. This big scary forest that did look very beautiful. I love that, like, we're jagged edge mountains and, like, I don't know, it looks like Ireland to me. I don't know, just like grass everywhere. And then all of a sudden there's this massive forest. It's very cool. I will say that I don't understand how it's all scary. Maybe there should have been more bugs. Maybe there should have been a couple more action things that happen in the forest. Because, like, it doesn't seem scary.
No, it doesn't.
But they told us it was. So maybe if there was too much going on, it would have, like, lessened the big bad queen floating down at the end.
Possibly.
I don't know. But it was weird. That was a bit of a weird choice, in my opinion. Okay. I feel like Qimir and May, we've seen them interact. We saw a brief minute when they're in the apothecary. Now we have a lot of time with them, and he is, like, very much trying to coach her. Like, he's like her hype man to get her to go, like, kill this Wookiee. Because it's got to be scary, because Wookiees are very powerful or whatever, right? And she basically starts this episode at the very beginning, because this is the first time we've seen her since she realized that Osha was alive. And I feel like she's questioning all of this. And this is where, like, the relationships between people, she went bad because she felt betrayed and that she lost Osha. Now that she knows she's returned, she's finding good. Sol mentions that to Osha, that there was good in May.
Well, I think she went bad because she felt she was losing. You know, she was betrayed by Osha, and she was losing the family unit. And she was losing, you know, another witch, you know. So I think that's why she went bad.
Yeah.
Personally.
I also, like, 100%.
And then she went real bad. She burned the place down.
Well, I think she was resentful of Osha too, because she really valued their sisterhood. And Osha may have really valued their sisterhood too. But where May also valued the coven and everything about it, and that was all she needed, Osha didn't feel that way. She didn't value it the same way. And I think, you know, May was
she also
very
didn't want to be connected to her sister forever.
Yeah, like it made May very resentful. And, like, you can understand on a human level,
sure, you
know, but, like, that's where a healthy relationship sometimes, you know, I guess a lot of people have been through a breakup of some sort, or honestly, I can speak to my own thing of needing to let a overwhelming majority of my family go because they just weren't healthy for me. They didn't share the same values that I shared. And then and this is where I feel like May went wrong out of not a lack of love between May and Osha, but a lack of respect. May didn't respect Osha feeling differently. And if May really loved her in a respectful, healthy way, she would have found joy in Osha's joy.
True.
You know, and I do think there's a lot of people who fear, and that's what I think the Jedi were talking about with Anakin and Padme, is they feared that Anakin wouldn't let Padme go and respect the fact that maybe their paths needed to break off. And that's where possession comes in. And I feel like, you know, in unhealthy relationships, that's what happens sometimes. People they don't want you to feel differently, and they pull you down to think the same way as they do.
So you're saying you're not my possession?
No. But you are my king, and I will do everything for you. You are my master, and I know my place.
I love you.
And that is in the kitchen.
Good luck. At least not full time. Anyway.
Yeah. So, anyways, I like that the moment, you know, May's had 16 years of thinking about the decisions she made. does May think she killed everybody? We don't know how May thinks on that episode of Brendock, right?
True.
But from the very get-go, May is questioning all of it. She gets to the point towards the end of this episode. She's like, wait, he told me that I have to kill a Wookiee without a weapon. How do you kill a Jedi without a weapon? It's impossible. So she is now being resentful of the master for him or them setting her up in an unwinnable match. And I think good for her. She's finally finding some agency in herself. But there's Qimir. Oh, no. He's constantly trying to get her to change. So that has led, I think, a lot of people. Michael is like fully on board that Qimir is the Sith Lord, which it very well could be. That's like, it is telegraphing that 100%. They're both there. He wouldn't disappear just long enough to maybe go kill the Wookiee and then come back, or get trapped in, a Return of the Jedi trick. But is he going to be there, or is this a misdirect that the writer's writing in for us to be shocked of who it is? Traditionally, I would say Star Wars always plays it safe, right? And it would be the one that you think it is,
right?
But I'm not sure if this show is functioning like a traditional Star Wars. So it's leaving me very confused.
And how could he have trained him, or excuse me, trained May without ever really communicating or speaking or something? So it's not adding up at this moment in time. So I think it's Qimir, you said?
Qimir, yeah.
Qimir. But I'm not 100% sure. And I don't think that we're even going to know.
Yeah.
I think we'll get through this whole season, because that was a fantastic cliffhanger.
Yeah. Oh my God, it really was.
Yeah.
This is one of those moments that maybe it makes me a bad pop culture gay, but it makes me excited of the way in which I watch a Star Wars. Because I don't know who the actor is. I know he's been in some things here or there, but I don't have any expectations on the kinds of characters that he, in quotes, plays. Right. So I'm literally the only thing I'm bringing to the table is everything that I'm learning on page. And this is why I don't go and dive deep into like the making of anymore until later, because I want the show to unfold the way the show was meant to unfold, and then I can gobble up all the extra information. It's more fun to me. And this is why. Any thoughts on that relationship and how that's going that we haven't talked about?
I think they'll blow it if they tell us.
Do you?
So, yeah.
Okay.
I do.
One thing that I know that I've heard in my whole, I don't listen to anything, is Leslie Headland has said, what you think is the big mystery is not the big mystery, and you will be floored at what happens.
Oh.
Like you have no idea what's coming.
Oh, boom.
Like,
okay.
So what that is, I don't know, but that's kind of exciting because the ending of this was great. There's been a lot of negative talk about the pacing of this episode and the pacing of the show in general. Too much talking. People are complaining that the Jedi aren't emotional enough. To me, I'm like, okay, well, did you not watch The Phantom Menace? That was what everyone said ruined The Phantom Menace. People think the Jedi are boring and they talk a lot. That is what they do. I heard someone commented on one of our YouTube videos or somewhere on Threads or something that they have to admit that the end of this episode was pretty great, but the rest of it was absolute trash.
Oh,
because it's taking too long. I'm like, okay, well, it's been 3 episodes. So we've had about, 3 before this. This is the 4th episode. What happened in The Phantom Menace before we ran into Darth Maul? That's the last act of the thing. Like, that is how these things work. And I feel like if there was a ton of action all over the place, because honestly, that, in my opinion, as of right now, I have not had years and years to sit on it later, that was the greatest entrance of any villain in any Star Wars ever.
I wish it was clearer because I couldn't quite see because it was dark.
Creepier.
I mean, yeah, the second go round I saw it a little bit better.
There was potential that you didn't even see him coming down if you were too focused on her or something. Because let me tell you, Amanda Stenberg is so brilliant in this, like so good. Like I feel that there are moments with both Osha and May that they don't say anything and they're communicating a lot. And it is one person playing two very different people. And the fact that it's the same person in the same moment and back to back, like it would be so easy to just see the actor. And I really don't. You know, okay, May's got a little bit longer hair in parts, but otherwise, like, I just think that actor is doing such an incredible job because all I see are Osha and May. I do not see them as the same person. It's great. Brilliant. And there's theories out there that maybe she really is the same person. There isn't twins.
Interesting.
So who knows? I don't know what's going on, but I love it. Yeah, I think that was the greatest entrance ever. The fact I thought Osha was going to bite it when Osha was standing face to face with the Sith person. I would thought we were going to get the classic because this whole thing had very Force Awakens energy. Like it was so good. May's in Kalneka's little bunker. She was going to turn herself in to tell the Jedi everything so she could try to find redemption some sort of way, right? Well, that was taken away from her by whomever the Sith Lord is. We would guess is the one that killed Kalneka, right? And the sun is up, the sun is setting, and then she feels the Sith Lord, and it goes dark.
Is he definitely a Sith Lord? Or we're just calling him that?
That's what we're calling him, because we don't know any better yet.
Until we know.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I think so. Could be. But they do say at the beginning when they're in the little Jedi meeting that, is this a splinter group of a splinter order? Is this some offshoot of the Jedi? Which the Sith were an offshoot of the Jedi from like a long time ago.
Right.
So I don't know. But yeah, I thought Osha was a goner. And it leaves me to my final question for you, Thomas.
Okay.
Do one of the twins got to go?
Yes.
Who's got to go?
I think it's Osha.
Okay. Why?
She's too good. Well,
Tommy loves.
I like a bad girl.
You love the villains all the time, everywhere.
I do. Oh gosh, let's see. Yeah, I think there'll be no story if we keep Osha. So Osha's got to go. That's my thought. Yeah, but I mean, we can't keep up with the two people. That's a lot.
Yeah, I mean, I'm really shocked she didn't go.
Yeah.
Like I thought, I was like, my heart was beating thinking, oh, this is it. She's got to go. But no, then my boss bitch, Queen of Sith Lord, Queen Sith,
showed up and moved her fingers.
Boop, just boop, boop. And then 8 Jedi are running at the Sith Lord and poof, one force pushes them all away. And then the episode's over. It was so good. How are you going to feel if next week? I have a strong suspicion that next week is going to be another flashback.
You know, I'm going to be annoyed because I don't like flashbacks. Although I did like one last week.
Yeah.
And I'm annoyed because I don't think I usually feel this edge on the seat thing.
No, I don't, honestly. More often than not, I don't think Star Wars is an edge of your seat in this sort of way.
No, but they got me this way.
Yeah. Star Wars is an edge on your seat in action, fun. Like, oh, I can't wait what's happening next. But not this.
Yeah, this is really good. I'm on the edge of my seat on this one. So I'll be annoyed. However, I guess maybe there needs to be some explanation of who this Sith Lord is.
I also, now obviously I've never seen any of these things, so I could be completely wrong. But I would guess, I feel like this show has been slow. It is a slow paced show. It's a slow burn. And now the burn paid off because now we see who the real enemy is.
True.
And now we find out how powerful that villain is. Like everyone was so stoked to see Darth Vader in full Darth Vaderness in Rogue One, and he's just chopping down like normal people. This person just blew back 8 Jedi. Like, why is anyone mad? This is all any of, quote unquote, those fans have asked for forever. A powerful Sith villain, a powerful villain. It was like video game level power, and we're mad. I don't understand. Like, you people would just hate everything to hate. Like, that is, you want the negative attention.
People.
It's so weird.
You people.
But it was exciting. I think the show will be very action heavy from here on out. I hope.
I think it's going to be a fast moving one after this.
Yeah, I think these next, I agree.
Well, we're halfway through. We have 4 to go. Yes?
Yep.
Okay. And if we do a filler episode, flashback, Wah, wah.
The word filler has very negative connotations, and I don't think you want to be someone who uses the word filler. Not on the internet, because there's no nuance in the internet. So you don't want to be a filler person. Trust.
Fillers mean something else.
Isn't it? Yeah. A dentist thing?
No, I think it's like a face thing. People can put filler in face lines or something.
Oh. Well, maybe I'll do that this week.
Well,
Get some fillers.
There you go.
All right, Thomas. Anything else?
Nope.
All right.
Alrighty.
Make sure to follow me and the show at Space Daddy Brian on Threads and on Instagram. If you are not listening to this on YouTube, make sure to head on over to YouTube and subscribe to Space Daddy Brian there. I have Nerd News Daily. I have Toy Hunt videos. We have Pink Milk Podcast. There's a whole lot going on over there. If you have any comments, leave them there on Spotify, or you can email the show at pinkmilk@deathxrobot.com. Thank you for listening, as always. And until next time, Thomas, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Let's drink up.
Let's drink up.